Ready to start in just a minute. Alright, you're there. Alrighty, hopefully I can provide some good commentary for this. Just like the normal game, I'm going to talk to this guy. We can actually avoid him, but he's going to give us 100 coins, and it might be necessary, so... Sometimes I like to skip the text, so... By fast-forwarding the emulator. Alright, the randomizer here actually gives us a free item at the very beginning. Usually it's the Aqua Stone. Not this time? Alright. This seems they actually did give me anything. Doesn't look it this time. Alright, as per the usual rules of randomizers, just pretty much everything is changed. All the treasure boxes and everything. We need at least 7 items in order to finish this game. 5 spells, which correspond to the 5 main dungeons. We need the power sword in order to get through the last dungeon, and then we need the sky bell in order to actually get to the final boss. Since we don't have anything right now, we still have to head to the first dungeon anyway. Oh, one thing I've actually discovered while playing the randomizer is back then when I played the game, I just did this. I just walked everywhere because I didn't actually know there was a dash button. So all those times playing, I was wasting all that time. The enemies are going to drop money, but we don't really need that. So for right now, it's kind of vanilla. We're just doing what the game would normally expect us to do. Usually they'll give us an item pretty soon that'll determine where we're going to go first. Normally the first thing we get would be the silver sword. I have had it shown up right here, but sometimes it's the aqua stone too, it just depends. Yeah, there it goes, the aqua stone. The randomizer loves giving that to us. Yeah. Now first we're going to go over here. We can get this treasure box later, but I was actually watching a speedrun the other day and I seen you can actually get it way earlier than intended. In the regular game it would just be, dang, I'm not satisfied with that. I forgot you could do that. Hang on. Ow, I missed. Hang on. We'll give it one more shot. Why am I getting a text right now? Oh, crap. I'm actually a little too low of health right now to do it again, but... Let me see if I can get some health real fast, and then I'll try it again. If not, it's not that big a deal. I can always move on without it. Yeah, oh. Actually, that works out. Hang on, I'm getting a text real fast. Of course, I would have to be bothered. Still got that croc text right now. Turn the ringtone off. We can get that chest later. You need the shovel to get it normally, but otherwise you can get it through, like I said, the way I was going to get it, but oh well. Normally there would be random encounters, but the randomizer allows us to turn them off. Since we got the aqua stone, we can head up here. Normally we wouldn't be lowering this gate until much, much later. There's also one thing the randomizer does that's kind of weird, is that depending on what items you have, sometimes the bosses just won't show up. Like for example, because I have the aqua stone, we won't be fighting the third boss. He'll still give us his treasure box, but he just won't be there. course, she's texting me back. And while we're doing this. So we're going to head up here now. Trying to type and play at the same time. There should be a treasure box in here. Yep. This is probably the shovel. No, moonstone. Yeah. Those stone items, as you've seen, they lower the barrier. Usually the moonstone is the one you get very last. There's usually a bad guy in here, but with the fist, I don't want to fight him yet. He's a creature you're supposed to fight later on. You're supposed to have a much better weapon by that point, so I'm going to hold off for right now. And this is getting on my nerves, so... we don't need that. We don't have enough money for it anyway. Now we can use the moonstone here. Lower the barrier like usual. This is kind of what I do, because I don't like swimming around everywhere, or going on the boat. Shovel's pretty important. We pretty much have to have that for the next dungeon. They want us to go to Dungeon 5 now. Oh, that's actually one of the 7 items we need. It's also a very powerful sword, too. When you get that early, it's great. That was one of the 7 items I mentioned earlier. I'm going to try to fight that one guy now. Shouldn't take that long at all now. Sometimes they're just not there. Oops. There we go. The power sword is pretty much one of the best items you're going to get. And also the aqua armor, which is also a very nice drop. That's pretty much the best armor we're going to get in the entire game. There are 4 in total. The fire armor, the ice armor, the water armor, and the light armor, I think it's called. The light armor we had to get in the casino, and if you remember that video I made a long time ago that took me 3 hours to get everything from the casino, we're not going to be doing that, so... The aqua armor is pretty much the best one we're going to use throughout the entire game. We can move this on a little bit. This is going to teach us how to push. We definitely need this. That's why I talked to the king earlier, because he gave me that 100 coins. I think I said I didn't need the money. I forgot about these things. We do need at least, I think, 900 coins. Because that gives us, that costs 100. There's 2 other moves that cost 300, another one that costs 500. Yeah, they didn't put much effort into the death animation there. This is actually the 5th dungeon. We shouldn't be here, obviously, but the randomizer has determined that we need to go here next, so... I'm pretty sure there are some enemies here that will also kill me in one hit, since I only have 1 heart. The aqua armor is only going to be able to do so much to protect us. One of the sucky things about the randomizer sometimes is that they just won't give you a good weapon. Like, I've had them give me, like, the first weapon in the game, and they wanted me to go here in this dungeon, and, fighting the boss is a huge pain, actually. Like, you have the silver sword, which is the weakest sword in the game, or you just have your bare fists, and boss fights will take forever that way, so that's why I usually try to wait. Dungeon 3 I won't have to worry because, like I said, the boss won't be there. When you get the item that they would drop normally in the game, the randomizer gets a little confused and they just won't show up. And like I said, the 3rd boss is the one that usually drops the Aqua Stone. So once we go into his lair, he just simply won't be there. But like I said, he'll still drop his item anyway. There are 9 doors in this room. All the ones to the right over there, they're all fake. The one above us to the left is actually a real one. The one to the left will be another fake one. This one leads to a treasure box. And another one we could have got earlier, but I decided to wait since it's quicker this way. The power fan will let us into the 4th dungeon. We can go there now if we wanted to. Normally I would if I hadn't got a good item at this point, or a good weapon, because the boomerang is actually kind of cheap in some way, at least one of the cheapest items in there. Oh good, finally. Boomerang's a very good item to have, but because they gave us the power sword so early, we have pretty much the best weapon in the game now, so... hang on. I'm actually going to leave right now. There's something I want to go grab real fast. Because of that treasure box with the money in it, I can go get that other move I had to pass up earlier. I'm just going to fast forward the overworld segments since there's really not much to them anyway. This one costs 300, it's the down stab. Really good one to have, actually. He wants us to try it out, but we don't have to. Alright, now we're gonna head back. We can get a couple more treasure boxes now because of the down stab. There's one we can't get yet because we need the upstab for it, but it's not that big a deal. Usually I have to come back this way anyway. I'm hoping for the spell stones. You'll see what those are here eventually. One item that we do not want to find is something called the Elven Flute, because if we get that, it's just going to make the game even longer, so... Each of the 5 main dungeons, they have extra areas in them that you normally can't get to unless you have the Elven Flute. Also, one bad thing is that I played... There's one of the spells we need. There are 5 of those. We need 5 of them in order to get into the final dungeon. But I was about to say, I'm really crossing my fingers and hoping that this isn't unwinnable, because I've played the randomizer about, I'd say like 12 to 15 times now. Because I actually really enjoy it. I actually really like the game itself, and the randomizer makes it pretty fun, I think. But out of all the times I've played it so far, I've had 2 be unwinnable. Maybe I was just missing something, but I'm pretty sure I wasn't, because I do know the game pretty well now. So I'm really hoping that doesn't happen this time, but I doubt it will. Also, like I said, I gotta be really careful, because this is supposed to be one of the later dungeons, as I mentioned earlier. And these enemies can do a lot of damage. We're going to go over here now and activate this. This is the hot spring. If you go in here, you'll actually recover your health. But more importantly, when we can learn magic later, we can actually teleport to that room. Basically a halfway point to make things easier. We're going to want to make sure we always activate those, even if we don't really need them. Now that treasure box up there, it's actually one that you need to, if you can only get if you have all of these stones activated. You might have seen me activate them earlier. I should have mentioned that, but it's one of those things that doesn't exactly cross my mind because of how many times I've played this now. But each one of these stones can be turned off or on. And they're all on right now, so I can grab that. Magic bottles, that'll be handy when we finally get magic, or the magic wand. As of right now, they're useless, but eventually we'll be able to put them to use. The game usually likes to give us a lot of those, so... I'm probably going to avoid the boss for right now. If we had the Elven Flute, the boss wouldn't be there, because that's what he gives us in the normal game. I don't want to fight him just yet, because even though I have the best weapon in the game, it can still be kind of annoying. They want you to have something called the axe in order to fight him, normally anyway. It's completely doable, but it might just take a little longer with the sword I have right now. I'm really lucky that they gave me the power sword so early. Like I said, it's one of the best weapons in the game you're gonna get. In the normal game, they pretty much expect you to finish the game with that, unless you decide to take your time in the casino and try to get the light sword, which, again, I'm not going to do. I actually did watch a speed run the other day. It was a 100% run, and they found a way to manipulate one of the games in the casino in order to get the money in like a half hour, which I kind of wish I had figured that out a long time ago, but oh well. And we're going to fast forward this, because again, we don't need to see all that climb. More money, we got one more thing we need to buy, and that'll be it, so... We got enough money for the other move. So like I said, right now I'm going to avoid the boss. I'm going to use a shortcut to get into stage 2. I'm going to drop down right here. Right over here is actually a backdoor entrance, pretty much, to Dungeon 2, which I don't remember the name of the island. Oh, Haya Island or something like that. They're all kind of silly like that. It's always like Puka Puka or Hiya Hiya or Fuya Fuya or whatever it is. It's weird, I don't know. I kind of both love and hate this dungeon. It has my favorite music in the game. I actually really love this soundtrack. I think the game's got good music in general, really. But otherwise, it can be kind of annoying, I guess, because they do expect you to backtrack a lot. I wish they'd give me the magic wand already, but who knows where that's going to be. Usually the randomizer is pretty generous with that. Now, this, I'm going to go ahead and take the time to just fast forward this a little bit. Oh, I thought I pressed the button there. Right up here is another hot spring. Might as well refill my health. They don't expect you to have the green armor for this dungeon, so I'm not actually too worried about my health. I just want to activate that place in case I need to teleport here later. Normally they expect you to have the fire sword in order to destroy these ice blocks. But I don't have that yet, so I'm just going to use the shovel because it makes me a little smaller. Just so I can get over that. And life bottle, that's always nice. We only have to activate this switch once. You know, part of me kind of regrets selling that microphone. I know it sounded a lot better than this one, but at the time I didn't really think I would be streaming that much. I actually got it originally because I thought I would be getting into it a lot more, but I don't know. More money, useless. Without the fire sword, we can't actually explore all of this dungeon yet. There's at least 3 treasure boxes we can't get access to. Well, actually it's 5, but 2 of those we can't get access to without the Elven Flute, which again, I'm really hoping we don't see that. And yeah, I have to go back here at least 3 times, unfortunately. I don't know why they designed this dungeon like this. I don't really mind it exactly. Here's a treasure box we can't get until we get the upstab. We'll be getting that soon. The path back up here is relatively short, so I don't mind exactly, but for new players, I'm sure they probably don't care for it. I wouldn't blame them, honestly. down here now. As you can tell, that switch turns off the blocks. We're going to want to reactivate that later because there's a treasure box in the 4th dungeon. Oh, more money. Get out of here. There's a treasure box in the 4th dungeon we can't get unless that thing's activated. Something I almost always forget, so... Turning turning those blocks off actually does let us get access to one more chest now, so... You know, it's been a while since I've done the Super Metroid Randomizer. I need to do that one more time. Now, we need to be careful right here because right in front of me right there is a fake floor. Magic bottle, that's not bad. It'll take us down and we'll just waste a few minutes or so. Kind of a stupid trap, really. You know, much as I say I do like this game, I do keep bashing it a lot, don't I? No, I actually do really like this game. It just does some questionable things. You know what a shame of it is that after this game, we didn't get any more Super Adventure Island games at all until, like, one got released on the Wii, I think it was. On the Wii Shop channel, actually. I heard it wasn't too bad, but that was it for Adventure Island after that. So far, there hasn't been another game yet. I suspect if we do ever see another one, it'll probably be on, like, Steam or something. Be a real cheap game, just like Rocket Knight or something. Speaking of which, I'd love to see another Rocket Knight Adventures game. Or to finally port that damn game to something else, so people who don't own a Sega Genesis can actually play it again. Quite literally my second favorite game of all time, so... Mega Man 8. Alright. The boss, he's really tough, actually. It's going to take all my wits in order to defeat him. He's a big struggle, you know, you really have to change up your tactics and everything. Gotta make sure you don't do, like, the same thing over and over again. Okay, he's done. To be fair to the boss, you're not supposed to have the down stab when you fight him. Oh, Silver Sword, okay. And we get some plot right here, nobody cares. Okay. We got kind of a problem here. We can't go back in the dungeon because the entrance is blocked. We're supposed to have the ice bell in order to get past it. And all the gates are still up surrounding this place, so... Unfortunately, we're trapped right here, but there is something we can do. Oh. Sometimes the boxes are empty. Now we're going to learn our final move, finally. There we go. Now the solution to get out of here is just to save and quit. Let's just skip all this. Takes us right back to here, so... We could go get another treasure box in the 5th dungeon, whatever it was called. I don't remember any of these names. But we're just going to go here anyway. We can get most of the treasure boxes in here. With one exception, and the one in the extra area. Again, I do not want to see the elfin flute, because it'll just make things longer. Now this treasure box right here, I was trying to get earlier by doing that little trick that I seen a speedrunner do, but it's no big deal. It just gave me an extra heart. Or half a heart. Now this boulder right here, we can't break or anything. It's you gotta use the Silver Sword, which is gone. Okay, so there's a little weird thing with the randomizer that sometimes it messes up, and it will sometimes put the item back in its original chest. It likes to do that with the Silver Sword, so... Where did I get that at? I forget. Wasn't it the... Oh, what was it? Yeah, it seems if those foxes had shoes, they'd pretty much be like Tails exactly. Alright, so I gotta eventually go back and get the silver sword. I don't want to go back that dungeon right now because I had to go all the way back through dungeon 5 again. So we'll just go to the 4th dungeon. Like I said, I don't know why it does that. I'm thinking it's a glitch in the randomizer. Actually, one of the worst things that can happen is that if, like, I've had this happen twice with the silver sword. If you're equipping the silver sword and then that little thing, that glitch happens where it gets placed back in its treasure box, like the silver sword, and you still have the silver sword equipped, the game has absolutely no idea what to do and it glitches up and crashes. It only if you go to the weapons menu, like if you go in here, if I was to do this and I had the silver sword equipped and it put it back in its chest, the game would freeze up right there. That only happens if you save and quit though. It doesn't just put it back in the treasure box as randomly like that, only if you save and quit. So like I said, it's not that big a deal, I just have to go back later. I've only had that happen to me like 2 or 3 times. And of course it'd have to happen on stream, so... At least it didn't crash the game, because that's the crappy thing. Crashed again, I don't know. Alright, we're gonna do this now. Normally, I think this would just be money or something. Another life bottle, which is nice, honestly. Valkyrie, didn't you say you like Tropical Island themed levels and such? Now, outside the extra area that we need the Oven Flute for, we can get everything in this dungeon. Lightstone, that's nice. What do you think? Does it make you want to rush out and get this game already? Oh, it's Sun Ring, okay. So they pretty much want us to go to the 3rd dungeon now. Really wish they'd give me the magic wand. Don't worry, I'll only subject you to this game this one time, I promise. I've seen people online say like this game is like really awesome and everything. They made it so much different than the last one. It really worked out. I'm like, no, not really. I do really enjoy this game, but it's a lot of things about it were kind of rough. I think that if they had like one more game, they probably could have like perfected it or something, or close to it, you know. But I don't know. The game makes you do a lot of backtracking, which can be kind of annoying. Oh, the ice sword we got is worthless. It would have been nice if we didn't have the power sword, but... Now we're gonna head over here. You know what, I don't care. Just take the damage. I don't feel like waiting. This now notified you? Oh yeah. Good old YouTube. I used to hate this dungeon because I always found it confusing, but I've been playing the randomizer so much now that I pretty much have it all memorized. It was actually never really that confusing. I think I just overcomplicated it in my mind or something. I want to... There we go, fast forward that, so I don't have to re-equip the shovel again. The description for the power sword is the most powerful, which I'm pretty sure is a lie. I'm pretty sure the light sword is more powerful, but I think it costs like 49,000 coins, and I have 5,900 right now. So again, guess what I would not be getting today? Maybe if I knew how to actually manipulate it, but I don't ever want to learn how to do that. And I'm not doing that 3-hour thing again. Eternal Doom, that'd be fun to watch. But Valkyrie, tell me you're not enjoying this game. Lie to me and pretend you are. Alright, we gotta deactivate this. We don't have to ever reactivate it, so... How good's in life. Yeah, the music is nice. Like I said, this game does have a really good soundtrack to it. Alright. I can't open the chest until I stop flashing. There we go. Magic bottle. Still want that magic wand game. I'm gonna go a little bit out of my way, right? Oh, I need that. No, I don't. Yeah, I do. Okay. Gonna go out of my way right here just to activate the hot spring. In case I do get the Elven Flute, I will have to go back to that extra area. Like, I might as well show off what I mean. I know you see me watch... Oh, I don't need to go in there. What am I doing? I know you see me play this game once before on stream, but... just as a refresher. See, in every one of the 5 main dungeons, there's a little extra area right here. Bubbles are supposed to pop out of there, but they won't. Not until I go in here and activate the... If I gotta go in that little room right here and play the Elven Flute. Once I do, the bubbles will finally show up right here, and I can finally go up there and get the other treasure boxes. In the regular game, you have to do that in every single one because they all have those spell stones in them, or you know, you've seen the thing earlier. The thing in the bottom right there, the little star. Like I said, there are 5 of those, and we only got 1 right now. It's one. All the spell stones are the items that we need in order to finish this game. 7 items. I don't. Getting confused here. Sorry. Like I said, we need the spell... Oh, darn it. We need the spell stones, we need the power sword, which we got, and we need the sky bell. So far, we've only got 2 of the 7 items. And chances are, if we haven't actually found any of the spell stones at this point yet, then they're probably going to want us to go to the extra areas and use the Elven Flutes. So... still really don't want to see that, but... chances are it's going to happen. Also, I like pogoing like that. More money. At this point, it really is worthless now, so... we can get at least 2 more treasure boxes here. We do a lot of digging in this dungeon because this is where they actually expected you to get the shovel. And more heart. More health. Which I won't complain about that, so... Now, normally we'd be fighting a squid as the boss, but because we got the moonstone, that's what he normally gives us, so... because we already have it, the game's going to get confused and be like, oh, you have the item he gives you? Well, then I guess we don't need to spawn the boss. So he's still going to give us our treasure chest anyway, but... I keep calling treasure boxes or treasure chests. Ah! No! I don't want that. Yeah, there's the Elven Flute. You know what that means? We gotta go to the extra areas now. Well, we may not absolutely have to. there is a possibility that they may not have the items we need. We may get them before, anytime here soon, and we may just be able to skip them. Or like that one important item we need, like the Sky Bell, might just be in the worst one yet, and we have to go all the way out of our way just to do that. Which I don't know why I'm complaining that much. It's not that bad, really. The extra areas aren't actually that long. Alright, let's lower this. Yeah, fast forward, let's go. Time's wasted. Normally there's some like little lizard dude in here. No. Sometimes they don't show up because the randomizer just doesn't put anything here useful. Fire shield, why not? Yep, wrong thing, sorry. Fast forward, come on. Sun Ring lets us into the third dungeon. Let's fast forward this. All our colors clash right now. We're in green armor, red shield, purple sword. You got these cute little dragons right here. I love their design. I thought about drawing them one day, just why not? I like drawing characters like that. I need to draw something one day. Remember that thing I used to do a long time ago? I'll draw again one day, I just don't know when. Here's something I actually discovered on my own. Once I finally learned you could run in the game. Alright. Now this, they actually expect you to enter from the other side of the room to the right. There's a little platform that goes across the lava in order to get another treasure chest, but screw it, I don't care. Starstone. That gives us access to Dungeon 2 again, which was the ice area. But we don't have the ice bell in order to get into the dungeon yet, so we have to ignore that for now. Alright, get this right here. Oh, good, the magic wand, finally. Like I said, normally we couldn't get that if these blocks were deactivated. The switch to deactivate these things are in this dungeon. We will have to do that eventually. Now, out of our way, all the way over here, there's another treasure chest. I do want that. Why not? That's fine. I'm not going to oppose getting more magic bottles. The more we have, the easier things are going to be, so... we don't need that. And over here is the switch. And we're going to take one little stop over here. Activate the hot spring. In order to get to the boss of this dungeon, we need to activate 5 switches. They're all easy to get to, but you're supposed to... The whole challenge is you gotta deactivate these blocks, and you don't really know where the switch is because it's kind of hidden. But it's not that difficult to figure out anyway. There's only one switch in this descent, so we can leave here now. Alright. Oh, you stop that. Ah, there's our second spell. There's 3 more of those to go. Oh, get out of my way. Not much to say right here. Just murder everything in my path. Except these little dragons. Like I said, they're adorable, so... At least I think they are. I'm a weirdo, so... Alright. Activate this thing with the Elven Flute. I really did not want to see that weapon. That item, sorry. I have actually done like a couple of randomizers that... They did give me the Elven Flute, but I didn't actually have to go in any of the extra areas. Like I said, this will be blocked off normally, so... Like I said, it's nothing like huge or anything, so... Oh, you stopped that. Ah, good. There's 2 more to go. Whatever. Get out of my way. And this is... Oh, the ice bow. So we can get back into Dungeon 2 now. Which we could anyway, but... That'll open up the entrance if we need it, so... Oh. Actually, I could save and quit the game and just use the magic wand to teleport back to that hot spring, but it's not that big a deal. Going through the introduction and everything, and the save menu, whatever, it sort of equals out. It probably will be quicker, but again, I don't really care that much. Get out of my way. Alright, now we can head down here. This is the 4th switch now. Oh, might as well just show it off. They expect you to go check these rooms and everything. If it's a fake room, it just has a few enemies inside it. Really not that big a deal. Fireballs, theirs are useless. I guess they're okay to have, but I never really found that much use for them. Again, I'm not really going to care about the damage, so... Actually, I probably shouldn't do that. Oh, I could have just skipped that anyway. Oh well. There's another pit of lava over here, so I don't want to take too much damage. Oh, good, okay. Who cares? Actually, I could wait for the platform, but I'm impatient. Because we have the Aqua Stone, the boss won't be here either. So. And our item is... Oh, the Sky Bell. Good. Once we get access to the final dungeon, we can actually beat the game. More dialogue, nobody cares. I'm gonna head back here now. Let's go ahead and get this. Now I gotta be standing perfectly still, or otherwise this won't work. Oh, I don't have that yet. Never mind. I forgot it's the other one that has that. Oh, never mind. We're gonna use magic. We're gonna use our teleport powers to go into the second dungeon again. Oh, I gotta fight the boss again, don't I? So I can get the silver sword. It's not that big a deal because we got the extra area we have to go to now. Oh, go a little faster. What time is it anyway? Okay. Assuming when we get the last 2 spells, we can actually just go to the final dungeon and finish this. Who knows? Maybe we'll find them here. We can actually finish this place out now, so... Alright, Elven Flute. Hurry up. Treasure chest over here. It has... Ooh. Alright. We may not even need this silver sword again. And fire armor. You know what? Oh, what am I doing? We got a match. There we go. Red's a pretty color. You stop that. I'm gonna hope that we don't actually need the silver sword. So I'm gonna ignore that for right now. We were supposed to have the fire sword for this dungeon. There's actually a thing right here. You'll see in just a second. We're supposed to use the fire sword in order to break that, but we can actually get around that just fine. The feather actually takes us to the beginning of the dungeon. So, we're in the same room, just on the other side now. Oh, if I had done that right. Hang on. See if I can do that again. Darn it. Oh well. I've seen speedrunners do the same thing too, so... My timing is not as good as theirs. Normally this chest over here wouldn't be accessible. Might be the last spell. Ah. Don't make me have to go back in that dungeon. Or get the silver sword again. Oh, there's another chest I can get in here, actually. I forgot all about it. But I gotta have some magic potion. Oh, stop giving me money. When you two pop out. I need some magic. I don't know, I never understood that either, why he has to take all his armor off. It's weird, but... I think it was just the developers being lazy and they didn't want to create a sprite of him while digging with his armor on. Alright, I need at least one more. Come on now. Ah, come on now. Oh, there we go. Of course, the big potion would also help. I could use the ice spell to destroy that blockade right there, but I don't absolutely need to. Let's see, we're going to use wing spell to get back up there. I need to get back up here anyway because there's a treasure chest I missed. Oh, they're going to be stubborn with this, aren't they? I need someone to drop some magic here. No. Alright, I gotta go check the boss again, because I need the silver sword. Well, I may not absolutely need it. Sorry about that. And of course, nobody's dropping some magic. Give me the damn sword again. And blah, 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 blah. I need to go back in here and get some magic, because I can't save and quit without losing the silver sword. Equipment. Hopefully this won't take too long. Oh, good. Exactly what I wanted. We're going to use the magic to teleport us all the way back to stage 1. I'm going to destroy that boulder so that way, in case I do have to save and reset again, and I lose the silver sword, it won't matter at that point. That's all I need the silver sword for, is just to destroy that boulder. There are some other extra areas I could have checked, like the one in the desert place. It's possible it has the spell I'm looking for, but whatever. Alright, we no longer need the silver sword anymore. Actually, you watch, that last spell will be in the desert place, and I could have got it like a long time ago. I often make bad calls on this. It's like, you never know, though, to be honest. And there was a chest I forgot to pick up already. Whoops. Oh well. It's not that big a deal. Can't get this one, though. Ice armor, that's nice. I mean, it's stronger than the fire armor, but I'm just wearing the red armor because why not? Activate that. And here's something I seen a speedrunner do. So I didn't figure this one out on my own. Life bottle, who cares? At this point, I've got enough health. Nope, got us to be standing still. Alright, opening this up gives us access to 2 more chests. Oh, good. Alright, we're done. Well, you know, I made the right call after all. We got all the 5 spells, we got the power sword, and we got the sky bell. Game's good as done now. The boss wouldn't be there anyway, and at this point, most of the items we're going to find would be some extra swords that are all weaker than what we got right now. Probably some of the other shields we didn't get. More magic bottles, which I don't care at this point. More life bottles so we can get more hearts. Ooh, good, thank you. I do need that. A smart player would be wearing the aqua armor for extra defense. Again, I'm wearing the red armor just because I like it. There's 1, 2, 3, 6 treasure chests in this area. This dungeon, I mean. I'll get a few of them just for the heck of it. The ones that aren't out of my way that far. Alright, there's one to the left of us right here, but I don't really care. We're in go mode at this point, so... I think that door just leads back to the entrance of this, like, room right here, so... we can ignore that. These logs, they'll move if you, like, jump or press the D-pad too much. They're not a threat whatsoever, so... Now, the reason we need the power sword is, we'll see right here. These little stones right here, we actually have one that's in a place that we have to go to. With the power sword, we can get rid of them. Oh, sunstone. Useless, but yeah, it's nice to have, I guess. We have a complete collection now. There's actually 2 bosses in this dungeon. You're expected to fight one, and then you get the Sky Bell normally. Have a big cutscene, and you gotta go back to the end of this dungeon and use the Sky Bell in a hidden door. I say hidden, but that's like in quotation marks, really. It's more or less just, it's in the same room as the first boss, or as the boss you would fight normally. Just you gotta go up just a tiny bit more in order to find the hidden door. So... they could have created a whole new dungeon, but they just said no, and just didn't bother. Also, this isn't something you'd see Tails do. I'm not that worried about my health. Oh, whoops, what am I doing? I probably should be worried about my health. Alright, never mind. I can be careless again. Alright, last use of the shovel, unless I screw up. This door is going to take us to another part of this same room, actually, to the top right. However that works. If I fall down, that just means I have to equip the shovel again and do that. Magic bottle. Oh. I didn't actually expect to make that, so... We're about five minutes to be done with this game. I'm sure you're glad to hear that. Alright. If something bad happens, we can use that to teleport back here now. This is the last room of the game, actually. This is where the Eagle boss would be. You would think it'd be the final boss, but then you get the Sky Bell and a cutscene, and then you gotta go back here. And then you go up a little bit further, and hey, there's the other boss door. So we use the Sky Bell. Well, I'm glad to hear that at least. Depending on how nice the randomizer is, you can actually get this done in about like an hour or less. I've had to do like a couple 100% runs just because, of course, I made like all the wrong choices, and the last spell stone or something was like in the one chest I just didn't think to check, so... Of course, that's how it always works, doesn't it? And I was trying to get in some extra hits right there, but no, you stop that. I'm not worried about this boss, and even if I do get hit too many times, I've got a magic spell that can restore my health all the way to full, so it's pretty much a big whatever. Not that I want to be careless, though. There we go. They've really put a lot of effort into the background. I mean, we are in the sky, I guess, so I should be nice. I I guess maybe those are purple clouds we're standing on? I don't know. Use your imagination. The hitbox for the sword was there, and he doesn't even have it out yet. So he does this. I guess the wizard is transformed. Actually, the weird thing about the plot is that it's like, oh no, an eagle was swooped away and took your wife, and you think the eagle is the bad guy, and then Psy gets the magician, and you defeat the magician, and Psych, the real bad guy is a scorpion that you fight on the moon. So, again, use your imagination. I don't know. I doubt that even the creators of the game know. So, it's like, here you go. I'm gonna equip that just in case. I can survive like one more hit. Well, I think the problem is, that last boss, why there was no background, is because they did that wavy animation when he transformed into that gigantic eye. And when they do stuff like that, you just can't have anything in the background without it being affected too. That's kind of like one of the bad things about like some of these older games. To have that effect, they had to make sure there was nothing else in the background. You know, like in NES games, when they have like a gigantic boss or something, that they also have like no background for that either. It's basically console limitations, unfortunately. Again, I have no idea why we're on the moon or why. Yeah. I like the music at least. I'll give it that. I've heard someone say that this is actually a boss or something from another Adventure Island game, but I've gone looking and I can't find any evidence of that whatsoever. I'm going to go ahead and use the magic spell right here, because I actually don't know how to fight this boss properly, because he's going to run around the stage right here and swipe at me and everything. And he seems like too high to actually jump over, so we're almost dead, but it's fine. Yeah, see, he's dead. Alright, we beat the game. How long have I been going for? Oh, I almost did this, and actually I think I pretty much did it in under an hour. I don't remember exactly when I started. And I had to do some stuff I had to make up some time because the silver sword put itself back in its treasure box, but treasure chest, whatever. We get our lovely ending. You're looking great with your face plastered on the ground. I whipped those weenies to smithereenies. You can tell the English localizers really put a lot of effort into this. The randomizer has the text speed going really fast, so that's why it might be kind of hard to read, but it doesn't really matter, honestly. Yeah, I actually thought it would take longer than that, but surprisingly enough, the randomizer was actually kind of generous. Like I said, they gave me the power sword, so that was really nice. Also, they made like some little comment right there about the king. In the normal game, once you defeat the eagle and you get the sky bell, the wizard reveals himself, and the king gets kidnapped, as they call it. I put kidnap in quotation marks right there, because once you go back to the castle, there's like sad music and everything, and once you defeat the wizard in the sudden scorpion boss fight, you don't ever see this king ever again. And they're like, oh, don't worry about that. You know, the king he's back at his home, and he's happy and happy dandy now and everything. I get the feeling in the original Japanese version he actually got killed, but the English localizers didn't want that, so they're like, screw it, he's still alive, whatever. I don't know. I have no way of confirming that. This is a little theory of mine. I'm taking the story of this game way too seriously. Especially when the final boss just transforms into a scorpion and you're on the moon for like no reason whatsoever. Which I'm glad the moon has air, you know. So it's a video game. What am I saying? I shouldn't complain. No, like weirder things haven't happened. Like Super Paper Mario, you got to go to the moon in that game, and you have no way of breathing out in outer space until you get like a fishbowl to put over your head. Then you're fine. So it's like it's weird things like that. I don't need to question it. Who cares? And there you go, that's Super Adventure Island 2 Randomizer. Went a lot more smoother than I thought it would, so yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll go ahead and end your misery right now. So I'll come back next time with maybe a Super Metroid Randomizer. I've been meaning to try the Zero Mission Randomizer again, but I'm hoping it's a lot better now, because last time like 2 or 3 times I got stuck in a spot I couldn't get out of because I didn't have the morph ball. Oh, you definitely need to play the Paper Mario games. Those are good. Alright, well, I'll see y'all next. Actually, the first 2 Paper Mario games are actually really good. The third one is alright. It has a really good story, but the game is kind of eh. The 4th game, pretty much everyone hates. And the 5th game is the game where they're like, it's better than the 4th one, technically, so, hey, good for them. So, it's like half the series is good and half the series is really bad, so, I don't know. Anyway, yeah, I appreciate. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.